Hello everyone, yes, I've got yet another Henry variant to show you. This one is Henry Home. I swear they must be breeding these down in the Numatic factory in Somerset. Now Henry Home I think is an exclusive to Lakeland Limited stores, although I bought this particular one as a new in the box machine from a seller on eBay, but as far as buying it normally, I think Lakeland is the only place. In the UK you might be able to get this in other countries. So basically it's exclusive, and it's a standard Henry but with additional accessories. So without any further ado, let's open up Henry Home and have a look what's inside. Okie dokie, this is taped up. As I said, the seller said it was new and sealed. It looks like it is. Oh dear, I think it's taped and glued. Double trouble. Crikey, yes it is. Plenty of glue. Cut the tape. I know Henry's probably shy, but you've got to make an appearance. Whew. Right, first out of the box we've got the instruction book, Henry Home 160-11. So the 160 denotes that this is a compact Henry. Unlike the Henry family I've showed you fairly recently, that was a full-sized 200 model. This is the smaller model, but still comes with an array of extra tools that you don't get with standard Henry. But of course all the tools I'm showing you, you can buy them as an optional extra direct from myhenry.com. Here's the first different tool with Henry Home. This long and fairly flexible. It's a bit rigid, but it is flexible. It might loosen up with use. But that's a very long tool, isn't it? That's useful for underneath appliances, as long as the appliance isn't nearer to the ground than that. I'd say it's about half a centimetre. But it's also useful for in-between appliances that you can't move, your washing machine, your cooker. Get all those crumbs and bits and pieces from down there, down the side of your chairs. That'll be good for inside the car as well, wouldn't it? Reaching all the bits of dirt you can't reach normally. So that's the first exclusive nozzle with Henry Home. We have a nozzle. So this is fairly recent, I think, because this has the latest carpet and floor nozzle. So this is the standard nozzle. Plastic base plate, foot operated pedal, brushes up for carpet, brushes down for hard floors. There's one brush at the front and a squeegee at the back, two wheels at the back as well, and a parking bracket so it'll park on the back of Henry. So that's carpet and hard floors. Then we've got the usual bag of small accessories. It'll be pretty standard. You get these with the majority of Numatic domestic cleaners. So we've got this adapter piece that enable us to connect any of the accessories, large and small, directly to the end of the hose. This is the upholstery nozzle for upholstery, curtains, etc. Crevice tool for your nooks and crannies. I'm holding on to the upholstery nozzle because I'm looking for the slide-on brush. So that can be added, just slide it on. Fairly stiff brushes, but they're useful for dislodging dried-on dirt, especially in your car. On your car mats, you can give it a good rub to dislodge dirt. It's not really for dusting. I think it's a little bit stiff for dusting, but there you go. That's the slide-on brush. And then we do have a dusting brush with softer brushes, and that's suitable for cleaning your Venetian blinds, your bookcases, shelving, tops of your kitchen cupboards, etc. But we have another dusting brush that might be better for doing the tops of your kitchen cupboards, because with Henry Home we also get this. A little bit distorted from being in the box, but that should flatten out. This is a multi-angle dusting brush, so you can change the angle. So if you want to clean the tops of your wardrobes and things and don't want to have to get on a step ladder, once you've connected the wands to the end of this nozzle, you can angle it and then you can reach up and clean high surfaces, high flat surfaces, standing on the floor without having to climb a ladder. So that's good. So again, that's an exclusive to the Henry home, but you can buy this separately to fit any Henry or Hetty or similar pneumatic cleaner. What else do we have? Well, we have a dedicated hard floor nozzle. So we have the carpet and hard floor nozzle that I've just shown you, but this one, I think it's a bit wider. Yes, about an inch wider. This is just for hard floors. Nice soft brushes, 2 little wheels. So this will be good for your wooden floors, your stone floors, especially any uneven floor surfaces. That would be better than using the standard carpet and floor nozzle. So that is another of your exclusive bonuses with the Henry home. But of course, again, all these extra tools can be supplied direct from myhenry.com. Here's the curved wand with the suction control built in with a plus and minus, so turn it to minus to reduce the suction, close it off for full suction at the end. And then I think the final main nozzle, so it is a very comprehensive set. The only thing missing, well, there's a couple of things missing, but there's no extension hose. The Henry family I showed you had an extension hose, so you could reach right up to the stairs with Henry safely at the bottom. Here's the aero brush, full-sized aero brush. Oh, that's the point, yes, there's no smaller aero brush. Numatic do a smaller one as well. If they ever were to do a complete Henry, it would come with all the tools, so it would include small turbo brush, the extension hose, I can't remember what else. There's a lot of tools available for Henry. Go on myhenry.com and you'll see all the tools you can buy, and of course if you need spare bags or filters, etc. So that's your full-size turbo nozzle, and I'd say you could use that on a hard floor if you want to, but it is primarily designed for carpets. And you can open up that flap to check for blockages, and you can see there how this turbo head works with the suction of Henry's motor. Drives the little white plastic fan here, and in turn that drives the rotating brushes. So be careful when you're picking up objects with the turbo nozzle. Don't pick up anything hard or sharp because you could damage the fan blades. But there you go, that's the standard full-sized aero brush. I think that's all the tools. We've got, of course, a couple of metal wands, pretty standard. The conical hose, which is wider at the cleaner end than it is at the handle. That's to increase airflow. With this model we get one spare HEPA flow bag. There'll be one fitted inside Henry. So very large capacity, very strong. You can cap the bag off when you remove it from Henry and then dispose of all that dirt. So really big capacity, 9 litres of dirt you can hold in a Henry. In this, no, sorry, not in this one. It's 6 litres for the compact and 9 litres for the full size, but the bags are the same. You don't have to buy different bags for the different sizes. Well, certainly not between these 160 and 200. It is the same dust bag. Right, I think it's your time to come out, Henry home. I don't think there's anything else. Get ready for your close-up. Here we go. And here he is, being born for the first time on my channel, Henry home. Here he is, Henry home, blinking because he's trying to get used to the bright light after being stuck in that dark box for several months. But you're here now, Henry. You can take a look around. And you're not at home. I'm not at home, although Henry says Henry home. This is not going to be the home you're living in, Henry. This is somebody else's home. But I might take you for a test drive in this home. But you'll be taken back to my home and you'll meet a lot of your brothers and sisters, an awful lot. And if you want to check out all the Numatic videos I've made on my channel over the years, check out my Numatic playlist. So this is Henry home. This cleaner itself will not alter to all the other Henry 160s. I don't think I've shown you. Same capacity, same bag, same controls, same everything. But for new viewers, I'll take you around Henry and show you him. So Henry Home has a handle to carry him upstairs. As I said, this is the 160 version, so he's a little bit more compact and a little bit lighter than the standard full-sized Henry. On the back here we've got a single speed motor. This is the on-off switch, and then we have a red mains on indicator light that will glow when Henry is plugged in and will remain on until you unplug Henry. For anyone interested, let's have a look at the rating sticker. Henry Home runs on 220 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz. He has a 620 watt motor. The serial number is 212327872, HVR 160-11, Numatic International, Chard, England, TA20 to GB, 7.5 kilograms. So I believe this particular Henry Home was made in 2021. Henry cleaners come with an extra long 10-meter cable, although some models come with 12 meters, but a standard Henry or a Hetty should have a 10-meter mains cable, which is very long, and it means that you can plug Henry in and clean a wide area before you have to find another socket. There we go. That's the whole 10-meter cable. We'll plug him in, ready for his first speech on my channel. We'll hear him speak, so to speak. So to speak, so to speak. We will indeed, Henry. Right. Just have to unplug something else because both sockets are in use in this room. So let's unplug that. Okay, he's plugged in. I don't think this one's going to blow up since you are brand new. And as you can see on the back, his light has illuminated. While we're on the back of Henry, we'll show you backside. We've got some storage here for Henry's, well, some of Henry's small cleaning tools, and we have the parking bracket. You can just store 2 of the smaller tools on the back of Henry, but then you're left with 2 tools not on board. So what you can do is nest them. So for example, the dusting brush can pop on top of the crevice tool like so. Can you see it there? There we go. And then the adapter piece can just go into the upholstery nozzle, and that'll slide in there. So that's your standard small toolkit on board. If you use the multi-angle dusting brush a lot, you'd have to sacrifice another nozzle, but I think you could put it on. Yes, it fits on, look, like so. So if you do a lot of dusting with Henry, this can always be at hand. I'm not sure about the other nozzles, really. It's not really designed for it, but I think that would fall off, wouldn't it? So not really the best place to put the bigger nozzles. We should hopefully be able to park, for example, the large aero brush into the parking slot. Yes, we can. So that keeps Henry neat and tidy in the cupboard. Obviously you'd normally have the hose attached as well, or to store it separately. If you haven't got a tool cupboard, you can just take all the tools off and just store them next to each other. So that's the tool storage. This is the exhaust vent at the back where the air blows out of Henry. And to access Henry's large dust bag, we've got 2 clips either side of his ears. Pull those out. Motor unit comes off. And then inside we find the standard filter. It's not supposed to be washable, but I know some people do wash this. But it should stay clean as long as you use a genuine pneumatic HEPA flow bag. But if it gets dirty for any reason, you can brush it clean. In theory, you can use Henry bagless with just the filter, but it's a very messy way of emptying, and the filter will clog up fairly quickly. Always best to use a HEPA flow bag. They're pretty cheap, very easy to get hold of. Most supermarkets, online retailers who sell Henrys will sell the bags. And of course, again, from myhenry.com. So there you go, that's the bag. That's his bucket. When the bag's fairly full, what I tend to do to try and avoid a bit of spillage, so to empty a full bag, I would take Henry's hat and filter out, and then put him on his rear wheels, and then just pull the bag collar down, obviously pretending this is very full. And then once you've released the bag, close the cover and take the full bag to the bin and replace with a new one. So Henry is a simple chap, a simple fellow that just does the job without complaining. He doesn't need all the bells and whistles. He's just a very reliable workhorse, which is why you'll see Henrys in use in offices, shops, factories, hotels. In commercial environments, Henry is a very popular choice. So there we go. That's the bag back and Henry's filter. Incidentally, the filter can be upgraded. If you want an anti-odor filter, they do filters to fit compact Henry and the standard Henry. Again, myhenry.com will sell those for you. By the way, I did pay for this, I did tell you, so although I am plugging Henry and myhenry.com a lot, I haven't been paid to plug them. I'm just giving you some advice of where you can buy accessories for this Smiley vacuum. So the hose just twists on. The hose, which becomes Henry's nose. And then we can take the cleaning power of Henry all around the home with the Henry home. Now I've got my suction gauge. I don't think we're going to get any surprises. All the other Henrys, I think most of them anyway, have measured 80 on the suction gauge, which is pretty respectable suction for a cleaner that only uses 620 watts. So I'm just going to attach the small adapter, because this end of the hose, you can see it's angled. That enables you to just quickly take off the curved hose. If you see a bit of dirt in the corner you can't quite reach, you can just use it like this. You can use it in the car like this. It's designed at an angle so you can just use the hose end if you want to. But this is what you can do with the hose and the adapter. Ideal for inside the car. It saves you having to put on the curved handle, which you would use normally in the house, certainly when you're cleaning carpets and reaching up high, but that's going to get in the way in the average car, isn't it? And it's harder to get underneath the car seats. So that's why Numatic have the little adapter. So I'm going to use the adapter so I can pop my suction gauge and give a tight seal. So this is going to show the sealed suction of Henry home. No surprises there. Henry measured 80 on my suction gauge. We'll take Henry home for a quick run across this short pile man-made fibre carpet. Let's take off the adapter, attach the curved wand. This is the most comfortable way for me to use the wand for carpet and floor cleaning, but for reaching up high, especially when you're using that multi-angle dusting brush, you can put it the other way and then you have a different angle at the top. It's useful for cleaning the tops of high cupboards, etc. But for me, this is the most comfortable position for floor cleaning. Attach the wand, push, and give it a bit of a twist so it won't come away when you're using it. I've got the aero brush on. We'll leave the aero brush for the initial switch on, I think. The aero brush will add to the noise level of Henry. You will have heard when I turned him on to check his suction, Henry is pretty quiet in use. There we go, we've got both wands connected and the full-size turbo brush. Let's give Henry a bit of a push on this carpet. Well, even on full suction power, the aero brush had no trouble going across this particular carpet. It may struggle on high pile carpets, on plush pile carpet, but on regular sort of normal pile, that's ideal. Now the normal nozzle though, the straight suction nozzle, might be a little bit harder to push, but we'll give it a go. Make sure it's on the carpet setting, i.e. with the brushes up. Okay, we'll try Henry on maximum suction. If it's too hard to push, I'll have to reduce Henry's suction using the control on the handle. I had no trouble moving this standard carpet and floor nozzle across this particular low pile carpet in this room, and this house is mainly low pile carpeting. There is another type of carpet as well that's a slightly higher pile, so I'll try Henry Home on that. And of course we have some tiled floors and some lino floors as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stretch Henry Home's legs, or stretch his wheels, and take him on a full house clean. And I'm going to try and use every single nozzle that came with Henry Home, the dusting tools, the crevice tool, the upholstery tool, the hard floor tool, everything, and we're going to give this home a thorough clean from top to bottom.